Alrighty, y'all. We are live as the 34, 35, and 11 Seattle Kraken head into Vegas to take on the 38, 26, and 17 Golden Knights. Jesus, what a way to start. Unfortunately, a few mic issues have led to a replacement, so we are back. Vegas looking to maintain the big boy spot up top. Now, if Vegas wins and Edmonton gets a point. No, if Vegas wins, we're good. And then Edmonton has to win to take first place back from us. So we will see how that goes. Meanwhile, most recently, the Kraken and the Golden Knights. Kraken winning in a shootout 4-3 the last few games for Seattle, losing 5-3 to the Kings, beating the Flames 4-1, losing to the Wild 5-2, losing to the Jets 6-2, and losing to the Blackhawks 6-2. Meanwhile, the Golden Knights, everything but except that Kraken flutter, or that Kraken stutter, has been in Golden Knights' favor over the Jets 6-2, over the Avalanche 3-2 in overtime, losing to the Kraken in a shootout over the Canucks 2-1, over the Oilers 5-1, and over the Flames 6-3. As we get ready to get into this one, beers are in the freezer. Depending on how the boys do will depend on if we're cracking a couple cold ones tonight. So far today, the Sabres battling against the Stars in Buffalo, but Dallas comes away with it in the shootout win 4-3 Stars. Rangers over the Lightning 4-2. Panthers over the Red Wings 8-1. That actually blows my mind just a little bit. I got to be honest here. I would not have expected that. Senators over the Maple Leafs 3-1 at the end of regulation, it looks like. And the Sharks are up 2-0 with 2:44 to go in the second period in Chicago. So Golden Knights looking for number one right here. This is going to be one of the bigger games that we've had this year. Not for any reason. We've got playoffs, but we're not going to play Edmonton. We'll either play Utah, Anaheim, or LA. So depending on what we do, what Edmonton does, and then what LA and Anaheim do, everything changes. So keep an eye out for tomorrow. May just jump in later in the day for like an hour, just hang out and watch kind of a group of games, see what's going on for the sake of seeing what's going on and what's going to happen. I am trying a new layout. We're going to do this probably through playoffs because I finally decided we're going to do the dual stream to vertical and see how that goes. So got everything centered. That's why a little bit different tonight. We will see. Get my cheat sheet up. There it is. App changed just a little bit. Still waiting on puck drop. Dunn, Evans, Montour, Mahura, Alexiak, and Larson. Do my best, but Seattle's one of those teams that just does not matter right now. We got too many rosters to remember over the next week, not even over the next 5 days. I even got all my school shit done on Monday, like by Monday, so that I didn't have to worry about it. We could dive in hard to the playoffs, just hardcore, man. Go straight at it. Carter Hart First Coco. Okay, just want to make sure because it's funny to call a guy Coco unless you're Joey Diaz. So it was just like I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong. That's just too cute. Vegas leads the all-time series 2-3-3, but it was 2-3-2 last time we saw him. All right, let's guarantee ourselves first place so tomorrow doesn't matter. What do you guys say? Puck one off the opener by Seattle, jumped in by Eberle, chased into the low corner. Trying to get around the boards is Beniers, but he leaves it down low. Out comes the puck, and Howden recovers straight across the middle. Dorofeyev slows it down, but loses it before the blue line. Done back behind Coco. Backhands it up past the blue line. No icing as it was tipped. Carter Hart plays. It goes right off the skate of a Kraken, but it's recovered at neutral by Howden and fed to Anderson down low in the Vegas zone. However, he immediately turns it over at the blue line. Up the high boards again. Barbashev now just losing wall battles. This is not what we like to see right off the start. Stoney able to limp it into the high corner of the Seattle zone. Coming right out front, but Eichel is not able to get a connection. McNabb swings hard but goes wide. Chased down by Theodore. Back behind Carter Hart, fed out to neutral. Eichel tips it through, and it is picked off right away by Wright. Dumped in by Seattle. Hart goes back up the high wall, and Theodore gets it out. However, again, it is immediately lost this time by Riley Smith. Back in the other way. Hyman gets the advantage, fed right to right. I got to stop saying right when it's right. That's making the play, but he misses the pass, and the puck goes all the way back to the Seattle blue line. Evans dumps it back into the Vegas side before it's fed. Oop, nope, kept in. Vegas not able to clear, but eventually Korzak recovers, and everybody goes for a change. Dumped in to Coco. Vegas having no time inside the zone. Alexiak feeds it up to the boards. It's lost momentarily, and then Seattle's able to break out. Winterton gets it back behind the net. Everybody's fought off, and Riley Smith gets it to neutral. Vegas is having a real bad time going from blue line to blue line. If they're lucky, they dump it deep, and then the puck comes right back out. One shot for Seattle, none for Vegas. 2.5 minutes into the period, just across the Vegas blue line. Good work by, I think that was Cole Smith. Nope, Nick Dowd gets the puck in after a good stick fight at the Vegas blue line. But again, Seattle brings it right back the other way. And it looks like we have an offside, so puck will come just across the Vegas blue line. Damn, dude, Eichel went down to his knees. He got tripped. That could have been a penalty. But like a genius, Eichel immediately does one of those. Face off won by Vegas. Hannafin and Anderson plays catch before Anderson goes up through neutral, and it is dumped all the way back behind Coco. Seattle there first. Up the low boards. Eberle fighting with Hannafin for it. Hannafin tries to get it down the low boards, but the puck's going to come back to Eberle and all the way down to the Vegas high corner. McMahon beats Anderson for the puck, gets it to Eberle behind the net, working up the high wall to the high point, but a good stick knocks it free all the way down for Montour to chase. And he'll swing it quickly back out into neutral. Eberle again tosses it back behind Hart to the high boards. And Eichel comes away with it off of the Theodore tip. From the top dot, his shot goes wide. McNabb able to keep it in, throws it towards the high corner. But the slow puck goes to Coco, passed out to the middle, and Barbashev whiffed it. Great pass, and Barbashev just missed the shot. Down to Eichel low. What a great stick lift by Larson on Stone to deny that tip into a wide empty net. 4 minutes gone in the first, and Barbashev just whiffed. We'll see how bad. Because McNabb gets it in. Coco ends up playing it right into Stone, who goes across the ice to Eichel. And Eichel makes a brilliant pass to Barbashev up the middle, and Barbie just doesn't get good wood on it. But Larson's the hero on that one. That was another wide open net, but this time for Mark Stone. It's rare for him to miss those guys. Back the other way, Korzak. And it wasn't a miss. It was an impressive defensive play. Great stick lift by Larson. Lazan tosses it up to Riley Smith, who dumps it back to Coco, playing it out from the high corner. The backhand gets loose, but Seattle will clear it up the low wall. Never mind, they got held up at the blue line. We end up with a Vegas offsides. Puck coming to the low dot, just across the Kraken blue line. 4.5 gone in the period. Shot still 1-0 in favor of Seattle. First, coach doing 34, 35, and 11 first season. You got to give him a little bit. I mean, it's Seattle. A little bit of credit to old boy. It looks like we got played with a high stick. First 21 games for Seattle, +1. Goal differential. Next 35, -1. The last 24 games, they went 7-15-2 with a -28 goal differential. So I'll have to go back. I don't know enough about Seattle, but we got to go back and look at what happened approximately 25 games ago. Puck down into the high corner of the Vegas zone with a shitty angle. I don't know what that angle was. Like, why are we were behind the Kraken net looking at a play happening in the low corner of the Vegas zone. Unreal. Yeah, that was a late whistle, so I'm not exact. I guess it was offsides, but that whistle was late. I did something like that. Oop, okay. I just realized I did. Never mind. We're good. 5 minutes gone in the first. Face off on the low dot outside the Kraken zone to the low boards. Lazan tries to feed it through. Eventually, Howden gets it deep. But Seattle will work it right back out. Good pressure at the blue line, but the puck does pop to neutral. Howden dumping it right back in. Coco will cover it up as Mitch Marner was the first one in. All right, so down Swan one with the hand. You got to love it. Okay, that explains why he took his glove off, because that definitely looked like it hurt. Howden gets the draw away, but it's Montour that recovers the puck. Fed out through neutral. Winterton trying to get it off the low wall, but it feeds into the corner. Back out front. Winterton on a shot and a follow-up. Carter Hart can't cover the puck. Finally, he does. But only after Winterton drags his ass all the way across the blue paint. Shots are 3-0 in favor of Seattle. That Hart just got drugged all the way across. I mean, Winterton had 2 opportunities, and then Hart was basically on his stick just getting drugged. Yeah. Oh, no, puck was loose between his knees. Get that. Got to get Carter Hart on that old school birth control. Teach him how to pinch his knees down and keep the puck between them. Don't open your legs. Backhand, McNabb feeds it around, and it's tossed all the way up and tipped in. There's no offsides. A quick shot from the top of the high circle. I thought we were getting a call here, but no. Vegas finally controlling the Seattle zone. McNabb shoots and is fought off by the blocker. of Coco. Just under 6 minutes gone in the period. And I got to admit, as of right now, there's just nothing going on. Dude, Hart's got a 1.8 average against, a 925 save percentage, and he's 5-0-0 since the return from injury. I just got the mic working. I actually got the mic replaced. They was able to work it out to just get the exact same one brand new, and it was discounted. So if I get a chance, I'm going to try to get that other one working. Maybe I can do something with it. Eichel over to Barbashev, feeding it back down to Eichel, out to the middle, but it ends up on a Seattle stick. McNabb goes down the wall, back to McNabb, and back down the wall. Ooh, kept in by Stone on a good play at the blue line, but lost the other way to Dunn. Seattle will come back through neutral, top of the high circle. Yeah, dude, right? Ooh, multiple opportunities for Seattle that they don't collect on. Carter Hart giving up rebounds that are just stupid right now. He can't freeze the puck. He can't find the puck. I mean, he stopped 4, but oof. But yeah, that mic has to be. I got that mic like a couple months after I got this computer, so it had to be like 2019 or 2020. I've had that thing forever. Vegas getting it all the way across to the high point, trying to get it back deep. And the puck ends up on the low boards. Hannafin gets it to Hurdle behind the net. Trying to work out front, top of the high circle. Anderson freezes. The shot hits a body, and it's a loose puck right in the middle of the ice. Back goes right the other way. Kakako with him. Into the corner, but Hannafin's there to steal it, get it to Anderson, and Anderson actually doesn't turn it over in the corner. But it looks like Dow throws it up into the bench. Yes. So yeah, I unplug when it's not in use. I keep the cable wrapped like this, so if anything pulls on the cord, it doesn't pull on the port. This is all stuff that I've done forever. Probably wore the plug out. Probably like, is it right there? No, I think I put it in the other room. There's a wiggle, so like I think it's fairly easy to fix. The only problem is getting into the base to fix it. So I either gotta watch how that's done, or I'm sure there's just like glue that keeps the bottom on. So if I can get in with a heat gun and pop the bottom off, then I can clean the plug and probably resolder it. Because occasionally the light would turn on, but then it wouldn't, and then it kind of worked, and then it didn't. And so, yo, what's up, Mr. Watch? Happy Thursday, buddy. It's today Thursday. Happy Wednesday, buddy. We need Kings to lose tomorrow. As long as we win, I don't really care what happens, to be honest. We won't play Edmonton. I know what you mean. Wait, you mean to win? Bro, we'll see what happens, because a lot of things depend. Like Edmonton has to win, which against Vancouver they should. Anaheim has to win, which over Nashville will be tough for Anaheim the way they've been playing lately. And the Kings got to get over on who do the Kings play? I just looked at Calgary, I think. And the Kings play Calgary. So you got three teams for the Pacific at the top of the Pacific Division. And every one of it's the way the points work. It's all a fucking mess, dude. So that's why we'll probably hang out tomorrow, just kind of lazily check in for like an hour for the Edmonton game, because we should be able to see how the Kings are doing, how Anaheim does. But yeah, we either play Utah, Anaheim, or the Kings, and Anaheim's been a bit of a twat for us every now and then. So I definitely like to play the Kings, but I'd also like to beat somebody. You know, like, oh, quick turnover, down. Ooh, who is that? Cole Smith trying to feed down or vice versa. I can't see these numbers. Puck into the high corner of the Seattle zone. Nick Dowd with a great crunch on the high corner. And then Dorofeyev steals the puck in the middle of the ice, but Dowd has to drop his stick. So, but yeah, it's like if we win, we're good. But then if Anaheim and LA win and Edmonton lose, quick shot by Dorofeyev, quickly covered by Coco as Howden was crashing in. But yeah, if Vegas wins, we're first. That's all that really matters. But if Edmonton loses and then the Kings and Anaheim win, all of a sudden Edmonton's the wild card. It's unreal. 6.5 is guaranteed. He is buying me beer, beating my ass. Well, I'm interested where you pull lines from, because the last game was a 7-goal game after a shootout. That's the thing that's always confused me, brother. Happy Wednesday, by the way. Ooh, a shot from the low baseline by McMahon on the pad of Carter Hart, but he makes the save. I know. Hey, it's like I said, it's the line is 6.5. The last 2 times these guys played, they've scored 7 or more goals. So let's take the under. I just don't get it. Excuse me while I whip this out. But I am starting to mess with the vertical final. I don't know if you saw that, D. I actually got that going too. So I'm curious to mess with that over playoffs. Ooh, Stoney getting in a crunching hit on the low corner. 9.5 gone in the period. Dude, Mark Stone is ready for the playoffs. Blows a tire as he goes challenging the puck. And now it's a 2-on-3 the other way. Aggressive forwards. But Hannafin does a good job on the retreat back to the Vegas zone. Stoney has it. Trying to catch Eichel, getting into the zone, but instead the first line will go for a change. Halfway through the first, Sissons gets in, but loses it to aggressive Kraken sticks. And now Riley Smith up there being a dog right in front of the Kraken bench. McNabb gets it just across the Vegas blue line, cut off in neutral, but Seattle has to retreat to the top of their own circles. Airmailed through the neutral zone, and now Seattle comes in right up the middle, stopping up at the high dot. Quick shot fought off by Carter Hart. Puck loose behind the net, coming back out to the middle, and another quick spinning shot that does not go anywhere for Seattle. Tolvanen getting a couple of chances. Yeah, fair enough. I said I'm hoping with that we can grab the occasional short scroller. We'll see how it works out. You know, playoffs are going to be a little bit. Last year I was averaging like 4 people hanging out, but the views were a lot higher. So hopefully figure something out, or hopefully it works out the same, man. Do a little bit better at grabbing attention this year. We'll see, man. I'm looking forward to the playoffs. That's the one thing about the interview getting pushed. It got pushed a couple of weeks, so I should be able to go through at least the first round, no problem. Tipped shot from the blue line. Lazon to Cole Smith goes wide. Korzak gets his ass kicked down on the low boards. Tortorella's got to want Ben Hutton in here. He's got to be like, all right, I'll play against Seattle to make sure, which I don't know why. Korzak got his ass kicked against Seattle last time. There we go. Lazon getting in there doing stupid shit again. You love to see it. Oh, bro, don't. Neiman. I was saying Hyman, but Hyman's the guy that gets popped every night in Edmonton. Oop. Eventually, I'll learn how to drink water without spilling on myself. I haven't figured it out yet, though. All right. Should be, what, two others going on? Second intermission. Sharks up 2-1 on the Blackhawks, and that's it. Stars over the Sabres 4-3 in a shootout. Rangers over the Lightning 4-2. Panthers absolutely whipped it out at home against the Red Wings 8-1. Senators 3-1 over the Maple Leafs. Holy shit, that is just an ass whooping. Let's see what our times are tomorrow. 4:30 for Utah. Don't really care. All right, so the Ducks are at 5. The Kings are at 6, and the Oilers are at 6. So what might end up doing is just popping on at 6 or maybe even 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock seems to be the usual go-to. And we'll just catch the end of the game for Anaheim. And depending on what they do, we'll watch what's going on with the kid. Because, like, Oilers need to lose. It's probably not going to happen against Vancouver. Is this the last game before playoffs, Timmy? Yes, sir, it is. This is game 82. And then we'll get, should get playoffs, I believe, start Saturday. Double check real quick. Yeah. So we begin on Saturday. Canucks tonight versus Edmonton. No, sir. Tomorrow night, brother. Tomorrow night. Edmonton, LA, and Anaheim all play tomorrow. That's the only reason why I'm talking about jumping in tomorrow. Is because all three of them play, and depending on how they do, depends on who we play, or determines who we play. Howden working out, makes the pass across to Theodore, in with Dorofeyev, but he stops up high. Big shot by Marner at the blue line. Doesn't go anywhere. Theodore to McNabb, down the low boards. He can't quite get it through. Howden has to fight for his life when they had plenty of room across the blue line. Again, just pressuring pucks into spots that there's just, you got all the help in the world. Stop forcing it. Marner comes in deep, trying to get it to Dorofeyev. He eventually finds the puck between two Seattle sticks. Marner gets it back, gets it up to the point. Anderson shot. Stopped by Coco and covered off the rebound. 7:25 to go in the first. Shots are 9-2 in favor of Seattle. 9-2, Timmy? Yes, 9-2. All our shots are coming from outside. They're hitting bodies. They're not even coming close to making it through. Face off to the right of Coco, won by Eichel. He trying to feed it out to the front. It's shut down by the Seattle goaltender. Puck up the low boards. No icing as it comes all the way down to Carter Hart. He'll put it up the low boards. And Barbashev is just, dude, he has been losing the puck left and fucking right. Just off of weak handles, weak stick handling, weak body battles. Puck in, Barbie gets to the stone, but it's kicked right back out to neutral into the Vegas territory as Hannafin has to collect and carry behind Hart. Up and out. Barbashev gets dragged down. Eichel takes a shot. It gets creeping through the legs of Coco. But we are going to get a penalty on Seattle. This can be a good start.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Myers to the box for a hold. And I mean, it absolutely was. Barbashev's going straight across the blue line, trying to control the puck. Dude just reached right. I mean, he elbow locked him. So good call by the black and whites. Let's see who these bastards are. All right. Hey, you know what? I don't recognize the name, so I'm going to have a little bit of confidence for this one. First penalty of the game. Ooh, a big shot by Dorofeev gets whiffed on. He had it just, Dorofeev doing what Dorofeev's been doing lately. Stoney to Eichel. Everybody's in their spot. Hurdle in the middle. Down to Stone on the baseline. Back to Eichel on the low wall. Dorofeev on the high dot. Marner on the blue line. Up to Marner. Straight through the middle. It goes wide. Stoney recovers. Dances for a moment. Tries to feed Hurdle in the middle. Puck ends up on Eichel's stick. To Hurdle up front. Backhand to Stone. And he gets shut down by Coco. What a glove save by the Seattle goal minder. You fucking twat. What a pass by Hurdle. Unfortunately, Stoney just caught it too far back to elevate it. Fuck, I thought that was it. Dude, so did I, brother. So did I. Fuck that! What an asshole, man! Who denies Stoney a shot like that? Yeah, he's got to be a jerk. Eichel circling on the top of the low circle, down to Stoney, trying to catch Hurdle in front. It goes all the way through. Dorofeev to Marner on the blue line, back to Dorofeev. Seattle's got a stick down. Eichel shoot it. Eichel shoot it. He's gonna buy a little bit of space. No. Fair enough. No need to rush 3 sticks. Marner trying to find Dorofeev, but the puck comes down low to Stone instead. 45 seconds on the man advantage. Goudreau has no stick as the defenseman's broke. Eichel, Stone playing catch. Back to Eichel, top of the low circle. Low dot. Out front. Stone. Eichel went for the extra pass. Now rushing back the other way, and Winterton gets cut. Who is that? Winterton gets cut off. But Eichel needs to shoot that puck, man. That's that one extra pass costing us. And you could see what was going through his head, but he had all the space in the world to shoot. Sissons just destroyed somebody back behind the Seattle net, but we are back to full strength hockey, just not able to take advantage of mistakes. Anderson with the big shot goes wide. Up to the high point. Theodore collects, looking for a place to go down to Anderson in the outside of the low circle. Shot missed up to the high boards, and it is all the way back down to Hart. Theodore, giveaway. Shea gives up the puck to Eberle. Still fighting for it. And he will, in fact, turn it over to Seattle. That is Reeves on projected starting lineup. Who? Whose lineup are you talking about? Because I don't even remember where Revo is anymore. Pass out front to the dot. Eberle can't collect it over the sticks. A shot goes on and almost fools Carter Hart as McMahon gets it to him. And the puck is forced off the high boards out, and Colasar has it taken away. Oh, he's in San Jose. That's right. Taken down into the low corner of the Vegas zone. Good turnaround. Had Eichel spinning up to the low point. Shot well wide of the net. Around for Vegas. Revo hasn't played in Vegas in years, brother. I don't need, yeah. Still with us, man. No, you're good, brother. You're good. Eichel to the high dot, circling it around, trying to find Stone. He actually might have had a wraparound opportunity instead of going for the pass. Trades happen so much that I get it 100%, bro. That's like, hey, Riley Smith with the shot and the score. I thought you traded Riley Smith. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we got rid of his ass. You know what I mean? Anyway, Dorofeyev tossing it from the low point to the high corner. Howden gets beat out by Larson, but at the high point, Dorofeyev sends it back in. Barbashev in the low corner fighting for the puck. Howden reaching for it, but Seattle will skate away. Larson now on the high side into the Vegas zone, taking a little shove from Korzak because that's all the amount of shove Korzak can give. Play Ben Hutton. Down to the low dot. Big swing by Tolvanen. Stopped by Carter Hart. 94 seconds to go in the first. Still no score. Seattle taking us. Took a big lead going up 9-2 in shots. However, we are now at 10-6 in favor of Seattle. Oh man, dude, I do have a couple of beers sitting in the freezer. I figured depending on what happens, I may grab them. I may not. We may celebrate first place. We may not. And then as soon as I could get the playoff schedule, I'll start getting games thrown up, getting them scheduled and stuff. Gonna be a busy weekend, brother. I said I made sure to have everything I need for school done so that I don't even have to think about it. Oh yeah, just the replies. I got to go and do okay. But yeah, something stupid that I'll have done by Friday because that's the due date. But people are too fucking they're assholes and they don't do what they're supposed to do. But again, it's not even like it's a group project. It's just watch this video, make a comment, then reply to 2 other people's comments. Okay, but I'm the only one that does it. It's due by 10 o'clock my time on Friday night. And the people that submit it at 9:34 p.m. Fucking loser pieces of. Anyway, back to the game as they decided to show a bitch more plastic than Barbie, but shout out to her, and I think that was a dude sitting next to her. Say, now that I dig, the kiddo in the chainmail. Let's go. Geek out with mom. You gotta love that. He actually looks familiar. No, kind of. In a way of like, there's a group of guys that used to sit in front of us that they were the same. Those were their seats every year. Anyway, big shot by Hurdle off the low side, but he misses the net. Puck back out the other way. Hang on. Hurdle takes it and dumps it for Sissons to chase. Going up against Dunn. Vegas comes away with it momentarily. Anderson couldn't decide what to do. Sends a sloppy pass low for Cole Smith. Sissons is just being a body, dude. He's not big enough for that. Anderson just got a little interfered with, but we're not going to worry about that. 40 seconds to go in the period. As Seattle is forced to turn back into their zone. Mitch Marner laying on pressure. I love it. And Seattle will feed it out. Hart plays it in a risky spot, but Vegas is able to recover. He actually got some help from his D-man. All right, Hannafin back behind Hart with 6 seconds to go. Let's see if Hannakins can spring anybody. He tries. The tip goes well up and out of play. That should have been blown dead before the end of the period, but I'm willing to bet everybody's going to let that die. Yep, we are out of here. 20 minutes gone in the last game of the Vegas Golden Knights season. See, it's funny. I actually was curious of these. You know what? I'll talk analytics another time. There's no need to do that now. But all right, guys, that gives us first intermission. You know what that means. Let's take a break, go chill. We'll see. Hopefully, the second period goes better. We can start popping a couple of drinks and enjoying ourselves, having some fun. But I will see y'all in a few minutes. Alrighty, we are back for the second period in Vegas. And yes, sir, Al, we did in fact just play Seattle. And in fact, we just lost to them in a shootout. So we're really hoping Carter Hart stays tough. Vegas is able to take advantage of the many opportunities that have presented themselves. So hopefully we've just got to find a way to score on that power play. The last little bit of it, Eichel had every opportunity in the world. He was allowed to walk from the top of the circle, of the low circle to the low dot, just free space, wide open. Both guys went to defend the pass and let him go head up with Coco, and he still went for the pass. Just unfucking believable, man. But it is what it is. Hopefully, as we come back, we still got about 2 minutes left. So let's do some breakdown-ish. Shots on goal, 11-6, Seattle. Vegas winning 10 of 17 face-offs. 0 for 1 on the power play for Vegas. No extra men for Seattle. Hits are 7-6 Vegas. There actually have been some pretty good hits. Sissons bodied somebody, and even Stoney went aggressive into the corner. So guys are definitely preparing. Block shots are 5-4 in favor of Seattle. Each side has 5 giveaways, and Seattle has 4 takeaways to Vegas 1. Not great. Ben Myers getting the only penalty, holding Barbashev as he trolled across the Seattle blue line, trying to work into the zone. Barbie had a miss on a wide open net. Eichel didn't take a shot. Dorofeyev whiffed on his power play shot opportunity on the high dot. Stoney had his stick lifted. So far, we are on the struggle bus, and it is fucking chugging along. But it's all right. As long as we, like, Korzak's in instead of Ben Hutton, I fucking hate it. I don't get why we keep putting Korzak in instead of Hutton. Giveaway Shea losing the puck below his own net. That's a fact of life. Everything else has been okay. Our passing hasn't been horrible. We're catching pucks well. We're not letting them bounce off our sticks. We're not really having to settle pucks. Lot of struggle breaking through neutral and getting offensive zone time for Vegas. Seattle was getting into the zone, not getting good opportunities towards the net, but at least getting the puck to the net. But Vegas just couldn't get any kind of control on Seattle side of the ice. And then the penalty happened. We started getting a little bit building. Then the penalty happened. And then Vegas started to build a little bit. Still not enough shots on the power play. Too many like I said, Dorofeyev whiffing, and Eichel not shooting. Those are the 2 big takeaways where it's like, all right, Dorofeyev, like, let's not do that. Let's get you dialed. Let's get you start of the season dialed in. Yeah, see, some of the trouble with Hart, where he's had a little bit more of a challenge, is because he's giving pucks up right in front. Not even hating on him. One thing he had a problem with before his injury was giving up big rebound straight to the middle of the ice, or, between the dots, just popping them right out for easy pickings. So it seems he's still not quite catching and freezing the puck reliably, but we'll see if he's able to build on what he did. Coco has been an absolute asshole, so Shout out to him. Dude, goalies play well against Vegas, man. That's just one of those things. And not like, all right, he stopped 16 shots that kind of got to him ish. Like, Kogo's been making saves. Vegas wins the opener. Trying to go up the low boards. Marner fumbles, eventually getting it to Stone. Cuts in towards the middle. A good little play, trying to feed it back towards the center of the ice. Nobody home. Seattle breaks back the other way. All the way in goes Berniers. Stone picks off the pass to the high point. Just best defensive forward in the league. We just started. I don't need to call out the time yet. Anyway, Anderson loses it, but Hannafin's right there to collect. Eichel up the middle, gives it to Marner on the low boards, and they're going to call that offsides. I'm not sure I agree with that one. But they've called a pretty fair game, and I want to use this. All righty. Tell you what, while we're hitting the animations, Eichel trying to feed it in, has it taken away by Catton. He leaves it back for his defenseman, trying to go up the low boards. Big fight right there with Dorofeyev and Howden, just waiting for the offsides call, but both clear. However, Catton finds the puck at neutral. Fed all the way up ahead. It's a delayed offsides on Seattle. However, the puck's going to go right back to him on their side of the ice. And Stevenson now walks across the blue line. Puck in the high wall of the Vegas zone. McNabb just dropped somebody. And the puck goes back out to neutral. Looks like Stevenson just got dumped again. Vegas has a shot from Barbashev, fought off by Coco Dorofeyev. Gets it to the blue line, thrown in. It's off the back glass. Hurdle trying to put on some pressure. Is that Neiman's able to get it all the way down. Carter Hart feeds it around to the high boards, right on the Neiman stick. Back behind the net, Kako feeds it all the way around to the high corner. Back to Kako down low and back up high. Point, low point. Fed back again below the net. Puck comes out to the top of the low circle. A big shot fought off by Carter Hart. Loose puck up front. Whiffed on by Korzak, and Wright is there to bury it. Vegas goes down 1-0. What do you fucking know? But looking at the video, it might be the same offsides that I saw, but we'll have to see. It was a long possession. Korzak was slow getting back. He was watching the puck instead of looking for a guy coming to the top of the crease. That's all it is. Korzak was late getting back. I don't like the kid. I've tried hard. I do not like the kid, but Ben Hutt needs to be playing in his spot. Puck all the way into Hart. He will cover it. All right, 2.5 into the second period. Seattle goes on the board first. Shots are 13-6 in favor of Seattle. Seattle's 24-12-4 when scoring first. Vegas is 15-22-10 when allowing the first goal. A hard shot goes off a skate of Cole Smith and all the way back to the Seattle zone. Colasar putting on heavy pressure and breaks the puck loose behind the net. Cole Smith trying to get it to the point. Anderson decides to pinch down. Good play. Smith fighting for his life. Eventually he gets the puck up and away, but it's picked off as it was headed to Hannafin at the high point. Seattle in. Big shot, but forgot the puck when he did it. Myers whiffed on that opportunity. Evans now fighting against, I think that's Cole Smith again. Nope, that's Dowd putting on pressure. Dude, those two share the ice, and 22 and 26 look so similar when it's a hard angle to see. Anyway, 3.5 minutes gone. In the second, Shea Theodore through neutral, hits the red line, dumps it in along the high wall. Coco sends it around. Marner gets a tip on it, but it goes past everybody. And McMahon versus Eichel as they go chasing the puck deep into the Vegas zone. It comes loose. Stoney gets it through all the way past Eichel to Marner. Marner's going to throw it at the net. It goes on a great rebound to Eichel. It looked like somebody just got taken out with a hold down low. I'm not sure who it was. But now Eichel recovers from his own zone after Seattle walks it in. Great play by Marner to make sure Eichel got the puck, but his pass back to the point gets lost. And now Seattle will just circle around in their own zone. Beniers behind his own net. 4.5 gone in the second period. From the high corner, sent out to neutral. Anderson pops it up, but Hannafin settles it. All the way across Dorofeyev off of a tip by Howden. Back to Howden. Anderson across the blue line. Hannafin to the middle of the ice. Barbashev wanted to spin and shoot, but he held onto it. And now it comes back up to the blue line. Anderson throws it towards the net. It's wide, but a swing and a miss on both follow-ups. And now it's 4-on-2, 3-on-2. If Seattle can hurry, they slowed down. Shot on net from the top of the low circle, swallowed up by Carter Hart. Just over 5 minutes gone in the second, and it is Vegas just cannot get the puck through to the net. Still sitting at 6 shots. Wow, so no shots in the first 5 minutes for Vegas, while Seattle's had 4, including the goal. Cool. Face off to the right of Carter Hart. Dowd on the dot against Kako. Against Kak. Oh. All right. Kako gets kicked out right on the dot. Seattle wins it from the point. Low point all the way down. Lazan cuts it off behind Hart. And he'll clear it up the high boards all the way down. Seattle gets there first, but Sissons does a good job riding old boy into the wall. And Vegas takes possession of the Seattle zone, but immediately lost on a skate by Cole Smith, trying to get a little too cute. Getting the puck to Dowd. Back into the Seattle zone, up to the low point. Wright takes a hit from Korzak. Finally, Korzak does something right. Sisson shoots, and it's fought off by Coco. And Seattle's able to get it clear only for a moment, and then they get it clear again. Cole Smith getting aggressive, but losing his skates. Vegas recovers. Hurdle into the Seattle zone on the low, off the low wall. Jesus Christ. His shot goes wide. Puck back behind the net. Kolasar drops a good shoulder on somebody, but he'll take a hard bump by Alexiak just the same. Dowd fighting to get through. Damn, it's just a mess. Sorry, that's Hurdle, and the lines are a little mixed. Theodore from out high puts it towards the net. It makes it through to Coco, and he will freeze it. Dude, the lines are a mess, so I'm getting thrown off. You got Hurdle, Riley Smith, and Kolasar. Well, maybe it's not, because has it been Dowd, Smith, and Sissons? No. No, it hasn't. Okay, so it is a little mixed up. 6.5 gone in the second period. Is Vegas again just chugging along on that struggle bus, man, and it is a short bus. Fuck me. What was the other game happening? Oh, hang on. Oh, I guess we're it. Talk about tomorrow, and then we'll figure out the plan for the weekend during second intermission, because games start on Saturday and we're gonna be hanging out for all the games. So once I get a schedule, we will figure that out. Ah, shit. Hang on. How to pull the beers out of the freezer. It was like a last minute decision right before the game. We'll throw a couple in just in case. Oh, I don't have. All right, Vegas controls on the high board, sending it around the net. Seattle gets there first. Larson trying to get it through to Stevenson, finds the low point. Anderson dumping it down. And Riley Smith is back on defense. Not that I hate that, but Anderson doing too much work down low instead of getting back to the top. Big shot, luckily goes high over the glass, as Vegas has another turnover in their zone that gives their opponent a great opportunity. Eichel with speed trying to make a move, forced to the high board, and he loses it. Pass Lazon at the high point. Korzak forced to chase it down. And he's just too slow, too small, man. Puck briefly in the Seattle zone before it's brought back out. Dorofeyev and Lazon play catch. Dorofeyev up the low boards. Pass ahead to Barbashev. Dumped into the low corner of the Seattle zone. Evans retrieves. Up the high wall. Trying to get it past the point, but it's knocked further into the corner. Lazon and I believe Barbashev just in there trying to do work. Howden trying to creep in and lend a hand. It's loose in the middle. Howden's trying to shove it up to the point, but it goes over Hanifin's head. That might actually, is that Dorofeyev? That was Dorofeyev. His pass from the high corner misses everybody. Seattle goes air mailing it into Hart, and then they go for a change. Theodore and McNabb. McNabb goes up the high wall to the red line and tosses it in all the way around. Colasar loses it into the low corner. Seattle just dogging Vegas a little bit on these board battles. Back out to neutral as Theodore tosses it in, and Vegas looks like they're going to get some fresh skates. But here comes Seattle. Trying to work through the low boards. A lot of traffic. Vegas recovers just across the blue line. In the other way, Hertl with the turn pass to crashing Theodore. Or Hanifin wraps all the way around. Misses everybody, but Anderson's there to pick up the loose puck. Another shot from outside the high circle, and Cole Smith throws it up out of play. Jesus Christ, I'm going to need to get glasses or something. I'm not seeing these numbers for shit. That good job by Hanifin. His pass just not able to connect with Hertl, and by the time it finds Anderson, it's just that lane through the center closed right up. Like Seattle's doing pretty well with their sticks to not be tripping us and hooking us, except for the one. So we just gotta hope they make another mistake. I don't know, but what the fuck? Yeah, no, we're just Vegas slacking. Pass to the middle, quick shot by Eichel. Hits bodies out front to the low boards. Marner able to tap it for Stone to get it to Eichel. Eichel's looking for something to do. They're giving him all day behind the net. He skates it out from a hard angle, decides to put it off the skate of the man in front of him, and Seattle takes it out or sends it out to neutral. I expect in that all good. Let's go, boys. Give it. Hey, yes, sir. Wait. That actually ended up being bad timing because Eichel and Dorofeyev were crashing the net. Dude, Eichel puts it right into the center of the Seattle S, man. Why is that not going? He has pressure on his left-hand side. He puts it right into the center of the goalie. He has the post for days. That's like his one opportunity because he can't go across the grain. Very lightly, you know what I mean? Face off to the left of Coco. Ooh, a little bit of a wrap up there, but Wright skates away with it. Sissons and Dowds trying to maintain. Pass picked off. And Vegas is able to get it right back in deep. Dunn cuts off Dowd. Holy shit, I hate this angle. Like, the angle behind the net is cool, but I can't see anything. McNabb leaves it for Theodore behind Hart, and it's sent all the way up. Dowd and Sissons in. Or Cole Smith and Sissons in. But Seattle's able to get it clear immediately. Theodore takes it away from Wright. They crash into the high corner of the Vegas zone, and we're back out to neutral. 9:20 to go in the second. Puck down low. Theodore. Right back the other way. Dorofeyev tries to get a shot off, but he waits too long and gets a back check. That sends it wide. Barbashev trying to get it to the blue line, but his pass is picked off. Fuck, I love you, Barbie, but he hasn't. He's had his moments while playing a little rough lately. Hang on, I got to get back to turning up, down low, all the way across the blue line. Shot from the top of the high circle. Hart stops it, but gives up 2 rebounds. That's what I'm talking about with Hart. That's where it's going to get dangerous. Howden feeds Barbie, leaves it right back for Howden. Shot right into the crest of Coco, and he covers it up. Can we start hitting corners, please? I mean, I don't feel like it's too hard to ask to start targeting corners rather than trying to make a door out of a brick wall. You know what I'm saying? Howden and Eichel in consecutive shots hitting Coco right there. Wide open corners. Oh, well. So, yeah, this weekend's going to be interesting. A lot of, I said, making sure I got everything done so I have no other got to do this, got to do that. And we're just going to hang out for all of the games. And then starting on Monday, I think there's like 2 at 4 and 2 at like 6:30 or 7 or whatever it is. They usually wait. They're usually broadcast on only 2 channels, so they wait for the other to finish, but 2 usually start at the same time. I think, if I'm remembering right. But we should have at least, I mean, we got multiple games for every day for the next couple of weeks. And finally, every single one of them matters. So, oh man, I'm looking forward to that. I'm not sure. Excuse me. I've been trying to think of other stuff to do, but every time, like animations and just goofy shit to have, but every time I try and think of something, it just goes back to Vegas shit. And I want to try and find something a little more neutral. Like ref, you suck and shame. I hate this shit. This is the middle of a game. Get off the fucking bench. Man, my dad and I talk about this all the time. Ashley Vice interviewing the coach during a TV timeout. And it's always stupid shit. Like, what keeps you confident about them? Well, a lot of hockey to play. What do you need to do to overcome the 1-goal deficit? Puck in their net, no puck in our net. Thanks, coach. Yeah, get the fuck off the bench. All right. Hurdle plays it up from the low corner of the Vegas zone. 8 minutes to go in the second. Dumped in by the Knights. Coco plays it behind the net, gives it away in the corner. Riley Smith putting on some pressure. Aberley all the way around to the high corner, and Seattle is out. Aberley gets it across the Vegas blue line. Theodore heads back the other way. Settled down. Everybody forgot to play the puck in the middle of the ice. Stoney just launches it at Coco. Big rebound the other way. Eichel eventually picks it up. To the high point. Hannafin makes a move down low. Eichel all the way across the stone. Up front to Anderson, but he couldn't control the puck, and then neither could Eichel on the high boards. Anderson collects in the high corner, leaves it back for Eichel. He'll go to Stone behind the net. Back to Eichel in the corner. Nope, it doesn't get through. Stoney's pass to Anderson gets cut off. And Seattle dumps it all the way to the high corner. Anderson collects. 6:50 to go in the second. High road in. Settled by Seattle. And what do you say, Dunn? Bring it back in the other way. Shot from outside the low circle. Stopped by the right pad of Carter Hart into the high corner. On the boards, Eichel gets it to the point, but it's Seattle there. Anderson stops that shot, feeds it up to Ike, and he's going to go in. Ike looking for the tap off the pass for Dorofeyev. Doesn't connect. Eichel, I don't know. That pad, I don't know if Eichel whiffed or good defense. That kind of looked sloppy, but Eichel was at the end of his shift, so if he was gassed, I get it. Shot from the low point, hits Hart in the chest, and he will freeze it. 6 minutes to go in the second period. Shots are 18-12 in favor of Seattle. Vegas again. Oh, he was getting... I mean, it was stick in the hands. It wasn't really a slash. It wasn't really a hook. It was stick in the hands. Can't really bitch too much, but any reason to try and excuse the guy's absolutely sucking one right now. 5:40 ozone time for the Kraken, 9:47 for Vegas. Dominating the ozone possession. It definitely doesn't. The first half of the periods felt like we were getting our ass kicked, kind of because we were. And then everything started, 2 periods in a row, just late, started working out. Puck tipped by Howden, but he gets beat going in down low. It's by Evans. And then Barbashev and somebody just collided. I like to see what just happened there. And then Barbashev whiffs on a wide empty net. Probably would have said, oh, and then Barbashev gets whacked. We got a penalty. 5:05 to go in the second, and Vegas is going to the power play again. I mean, dude, that wasn't even... Alexiak looked like he took out Barbashev, and then he tripped him again. I mean, straight up. Barbashev skating. Alexiak goes into Barbashev, skates first. You know, say that he was trying to stop and he lost an edge, fine, maybe. But I mean, he took out Barbashev. And then a couple seconds later, he takes out Barbashev again. Like the fact but we did get the penalty, so
Shame. Shame. Shame.
all right. We need to score here. There's just no question about it. We need to shit. We're at home. We need to shit. I meant shift the ice. Got to get some kind of momentum going in our favor, man. And the only thing that's going to do that right now is a goal, especially late in the second period. Seattle scores early. They survive a pretty like, dude, we only have what, 12 shots? Did we get to 13? No, so we have 12 shots on goal. And for the most part, they've been pretty good shots. Well, maybe. Well, yeah. I mean, that's still for the most part. 7 of them were good shots. We got to stop putting it into the crowd. It's shooting in the center of goalies, man. We're not going corners at all. Available Wednesday, April 15th. Hey, that's today's Wednesday. Yeah, the season ticket starting at $50 a seat for upper deck ends up being $4,100. Don't know if there's any other shit, but that's actually somewhat reasonable. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Seriously, Vegas wins the face-off and Vegas gets kicked out. I don't think they heard me, son. All right. Eichel to the dot. But Seattle wins it. And launched all the way down. Here comes Marner making the pass ahead. And Dorofeyev loses his skates at the blue line. Almost, actually, a really good job knocking the puck down, just not good enough. Thankfully, Eichel happened to be the man back, so we got our speed in order to retreat. That was, dude, our ice is shitty this year. Late in the season, the ice has been real bad. And it's just showing up again, man. A couple of guys going down. Dorofeyev losing it at the blue line. But Vegas is back into the zone. Marner across the middle up high. Throws it towards the net, but it hits a body. Hurdle finds the puck. Gets it back to Marner, who makes a weak-ass pass like normal. And Hurdle's able to get it down to Eichel. Stoney crashing. Hurdle gets the pass, but his shot goes wide. Fuck, I cannot find my words right now. Sorry, guys. Marner takes it into the high corner. Eichel trying to make a move. He gets behind the net. A lot of space. Throws it up to Stone. Out to the point. Marner back down to Eichel on top of the high circle. To Stone on the baseline. He'll cycle out. We're holding it. We got to get some passes going. That pass to Hurdle gets tipped and is sent all the way down. 20 seconds to go on the man advantage. Hart comes way out to feed Marner. Marner goes right back in and then loses it. Five seconds on the power play. And I do not have a lot of high hopes for postseason with our power play. Shot by Hannafin gets tipped, sent off the low board. Anderson's follow-up goes well wide. Hannafin will toss it into the corner. Sissons trying to make a play, gets dragged down. We won't worry about that. And 2:45 to go in the second. Montour will bring the puck out, then right back in. Barbashev coming in hard on the low wall, but Seattle clears. All the way down. That should be an icing on Seattle. 2:29 to go in the second period. Shots are 19-12 in favor of Seattle. And man, I do not like the way the boys are looking. All right. Face off to the left of Coco. Won by Vegas. Theodore shoots and he scores. Oh my goodness. I needed to get that. Oh my God. Where is it? There it is. Just off the face off. Theodore walks it in. Yeah, and it looks like Riley Smith reaching out for a tip. They have Rasmus Anderson as scoring that goal, and we both know that's not right. Seattle out of the low corner, feeds it all the way down for McNabb to chase against Kako. McNabb gets there first, and he's able to recover the puck. Score for your Golden Knights with his 10th of the season, number 27. Giveaway Shea Theodore with an assist from number 26, Nick. Oh. And Coco will swallow what Hannafin gives him. Give me a sec. Let me get my high five. I gotta turn the fan on. I'm gonna hope. Hopefully that doesn't fuck with the sound. Let me know if it does. 90 seconds on the clock. Face off to the right of Coco. Excuse me, Coco taken out by Seattle. Montour trying to beat Hannafin, but Noah gets there first. Good little move by fucking who is that? Dorofeyev. Pass across, hits the leg of Montour. Barbashev gets slashed on the hand. We'll not worry about that. Howden tried to go back out front. I don't know if he looked like he was trying to go back out front instead of trying to backhand. I'm not sure why. Under a minute. Capital One. 1 minute left. Free space for Seattle. Shot, loose puck in front. Hannafin able to get there to bail out his goalie. And now Marner dumps it into the Seattle zone. What a save by Noah Carter Hart and then Noah Hannafin. Seattle's attacking across the line. Goes Cat, dumping it in. McNabb trying to chase it down against Winterton. 20 seconds to go in the period as the puck comes up the wall and Stoney sets it out to neutral. Trying to go right back in is Seattle, dumping it into the low corner. McNabb gets there first, but misplays the puck. Luckily, his man Myers overskates it. Goudreau gets the puck to the high point, but it doesn't matter. And we are at the end of 40 minutes. Vegas tying it up late. Dude, Noah Hannafin bailed out Carter Hart. And that's what we mean. Not that Carter Hart had a whole lot of option there, but that's rough. You can't give that up with a skater attacking. And Hannafin did a great job to make sure he didn't draw a penalty and at the same time get the puck out of the crease. All right, guys, you know the drill. We'll see you in a few minutes when we get back with the second period. Was going to hang out, but, you know, talking for the weekend, the plan is I'm going to be here every game, so just keep an eye out. Whenever the schedule's posted, I'll post my thumbnails into the lives and shit. Other than that, tomorrow might hang out to watch, like check in again, go live at 7, hang out to see what Anaheim, LA, and Edmonton do. But we'll be back in a little bit here, y'all.
We were sparks on quiet streets, two hearts finding where to meet. But life
What the
pulled
fuck
us
is this
apart,
shit, dude?
left me talking to the dark. If I
Sorry, I'm listening to this, and I don't know if that's what's hip these days, but woof.
rolling thunder, calling down my name. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Oh, midnight highway, shining just like sun. Why don't you hear me wonder? Tell me, river, where your current flows. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Oh, stop your freight train, let a lost man ride. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Fare you well, darling, ain't coming back no more. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Who been whispering since I've been gone so long? Freedom calling. Ooh, I saddled up my shoes, headed out at dawn. Yeah, I saddled up my shoes, headed out at dawn. Ain't no place gonna hold me when the road keep rolling on. Left my baby crying, said you can't live that way. Left my baby crying, said you can't live that way. I told her love ain't chained down, it just comes and drifts away. Yeah. Saw the sun in the distance, looked like a burning coin. Saw the sun in the distance, looked like a burning coin. Lord, I don't need no preacher, just that dust roll to join. Now I'm rolling through the valley, wind hums through my head. Yeah, I'm rolling through the valley, wind hums through my head. You can't tell my woman I'm gone, and I ain't coming back. Morning comes too early, hands already warm, working for a better day, trying to keep me warm. Boss man count his tally, we just count our turn. Fair don't come easy, I had to stand and fight for mine. Oh Lord, hear me now. Working better day, keep me warm. People talk about difference, but I just see the same. Every heart need kindness, every soul need a name, and we're deep. Children laughing somewhere, the sounds of better days. Keep the light inside you, don't let the darkness stay. So sing a song for mercy, sing it clear and kind. We all walk this same good earth, just trying to ease our mind.
I mean, we're back for the third, but I'm gonna have to just stick with my playlist. Not so sure I'll be doing the duel with the vertical anymore. All right. Let's see what's happening after the second period. Shots are 19-14 Seattle. Face-offs are 16-15 in favor of Seattle. Vegas 0 for 2 on the power play. No penalties against Vegas. Hits are 14-13 Vegas. Block shots are 11-8 Seattle. Giveaways are 14-10 Vegas. Takeaways are 4-3 Seattle. Shots for the period 11-8 for the Kraken, 6-8 for Vegas. Hopefully we can come out getting pucks to the net sooner than 12 minutes into the period. That would be a nice little turnaround for our boys. Shane Wright getting the first goal of the night. An assist from Neiman and Alexiak. And for the night, Shea Theodore with an assist from Riley Smith and Nick Dowd. We'll see what happens, fellers. We'll see what happens. I feel good going into the third period. I feel good, I feel good being tied going into the third period. That's a big help. But I do feel good when Vegas, anytime Vegas is even or down one going into the last 20 minutes, I have some extra confidence. Still got about 2.5 minutes till we return. See, shot attempts are 42-32. Shots that made it in favor of Vegas. Shots that made it through are 19-14 in favor of Seattle. So 28 shots not getting through for Vegas and only 13 not getting through for the Kraken. The Golden Knights have 32 slot driving plays, and we have 14 shots on net. We're just not taking advantage of any opportunities. I mean, the power play didn't take advantage of anything, or didn't get a goal on either one. Dude, that Eichel skating wide open to a wide. The skaters decided that it's going to be Eichel versus the goalie. Both of them will shut down the pass to Dorofeyev. Eichel has a wide open net as he walks in from the top of the circle to the dot and then passes it. Tries to pass. Well, he passes it right into two Seattle sticks. Dude, don't pick right now. Don't pick right at the start of the playoffs to start being unselfish. Like, be a greedy motherfucker. That's why you're here. Cover all the other scores for the day, and in the last 60 seconds, I'm going to go fill up my water. Shootout win for the Stars in Buffalo, 4-3. Rangers over the Lightning in Tampa 4-2. Panthers over the Red Wings 8-1 in Florida. Senators over the Maple Leafs 3-1 in Ottawa. And the Blackhawks 5-2 over the Sharks in San Jose tomorrow. If we win, doesn't matter. If we lose, we'll be keeping a close eye on the last day of the season to see what Anaheim, LA, and Edmonton do. Now, Anaheim and the Predators, that's like, but LA and Calgary, and then Edmonton and Vancouver, I got to assume Vancouver's going to win. That's why we need the win. Give me one second. All right. Here they. Here we go. Let's see. What are we thinking? Who scores first? I'm thinking Vegas has this weird fire lit under their ass. Hopefully Seattle starts skating a little slow. Didn't look like it looked like we started skating slow. But get the puck deep, fast, and then just try to hammer them. Like try to keep aggressively attack them at their own blue line. Or inside their own blue line. Done a pretty good job of that so far, so I could see it being being something that works out. But sorry, I know I'm just kind of rambling. I apologize. Everybody hitting the salts. Third period goal season leaders. We are tied with Carolina at 105. And we've allowed 61, which is the second fewest. So, yep. And Carolina is done. So, we score. We take the season lead for third period goals outright. Puck dumped in and settled down for Hannafin by Hart. Up the high boards and Vegas heads out. Anderson straight up the middle. Tries to put it on net. Hits a stick and it's up and out of play. Face off coming into the Seattle zone. That's a good, hey. Throwing stuff towards the net that goes out of play, but gives you, the face off inside. Have to take it. All right, hang on. I just had to restart the feed. Yeah. All right, we're back. 44 seconds gone in the third. Shots are 19-14. All right, little pep in the step. Little get down here. Think we'll be all right, fellas. I think we'll be all right. Face off on the low dot just across the Vegas blue line. Let me get back to here, and we're good to go. All the way down to Coco. He'll hang on to it. Big backhand opportunity as Marner cut off the pass. Coco waited all day, and Marner went diving in with a great opportunity, but he shut down. Stoney in the high corner to the high point towards the net. Ends up hitting the back glass. Stoney from the low corner to the point on target, but swallowed up by Coco. Dude, Marner almost made one of the greatest. Look at this. Stone gets a stick on Coco's stick as he goes to make the pass. So it's weak coming out. And Marner just couldn't quite get enough juice on it. He's falling down. He's on it. Ends up on his knees trying to make the backhand play, and he just can't get enough juice. Vegas wins the faceoff. McNabb on net, and he scores! There we go, fellas. I think they said Marner tipped it in. He absolutely did. Face off won by Eichel off the low boards. Collected by McNabb. Tipped in by Mitch Marner. Coco just overcommitted to one side. Scurry for your Golden Knights. With his 24th of the season, number 93, Mitch Marner. With an assist from number 3, Braden McNabb. And a secondary assist from number 9, Jack Eichel. Puck back to Coco behind the Seattle net. Swung all the way around. Kept in at the low point by Hannafin. Cole Smith gets down low, fighting for the puck all the way to the high corner. Eventually gets free, but Seattle's able to airlift it back through to neutral. Dumped into Carter Hart. He will play it backwards to Anderson. He'll go across the ice, not quite to Hannafin, so Seattle goes right back in the other way. Gaudreau into the corner against Anderson. Hannafin comes in to help out. Up the low boards, and Barbashev takes it to the red line, dumping it in to the left of. I guess that's technically Coco's right. Up the low boards, and out. Howden collects at the top of his own circles. The Knights play catch, and McNabb goes up the low boards. Into Barbie. Howden goes out front, and Dorofeyev gets shut down by Coco. Heading the other way. Oh, that's 151 third period goals. Vegas is the best third period goal scoring team, and they allowed the second fewest goals in the third as of now. I should have thought about that before I repeated it. Aberley works his way into the low wall of the Vegas zone, stopped by Dorofeyev, and Marner takes it out. Eichel at the low point, all the way across the ice, just missed the pass. Back to the high point. Anderson trying to send it around. It's cut off high by Dorofeyev. Marner gets it back to Dorofeyev, and he'll send it around for Eichel, but Larson's there to cut off the puck, and Seattle will clear it back. Hannafin collects to head back the other way. Eichel trying to stretch Marner, but good sticks there by Seattle. Right back into the zone, though. goes Eichel. He lost it as Montour gets to the puck first. Cole Smith. Oh, no, that's Theodore pinching down out of nowhere and being a big body. Eichel controls at the high corner, too. Colasar, his shot misses wide from the top dot. Out high, Theodore looking, trying to pass it down low to Eichel. He gets tripped, no penalty. That was a great move. And with 5:04 gone in the third, Seattle ices it. Gotta keep checking. No, I mean, I guess you could say he was trying to get up, but it looked like he swung his leg out enough for it to be a trip. All right. Hey, on the attack goes Vegas. They score early so far. What I was saying at the start of the period. There we go. Shots at 20-19 Vegas. Again, 5.25 gone in the third. Seattle taking it out the other way, hitting the red line, dumping and changing. Hart slows it down and gives it to Korzak. He'll go high and down, tips it in. Cole Smith gets there first, but the puck comes up the low wall out towards the middle. And Seattle will crash in the other way. Anderson forcing him out high, and the puck goes up and out of play. Face off coming in the Vegas zone. See, points per game versus Seattle. Mitch Marner has 155. McKinnon has 177. Draisaitl has a 227. That's wild. But apparently he likes to score against Boston because he got 163 against Boston. Dowd and Kako on the dot. Dowd wins it. To the right of Hill. Hannafin brings it behind the net, tosses it all the way down. Cole Smith negates the icing, so Coco has to play it. Seattle makes a good play out high in the zone, and the puck's forced back the other way, but up into the Vegas bench. Just under 6 minutes gone in the third. See if we get started here. Get on a roll, man. Ice is, again, in our favor. We score late in the second, score early in the third. Howden gets kicked out of the face-off. Barbashev comes in against Wright. Right in front of the Vegas bench. Vegas wins it. Lazan goes back to Korzak. Korzak goes up ahead to Dorofeyev. Trying to go off the wall. There's a little chaos drill. And they're going to call offsides on Vegas. Now we have a face-off in front of the Seattle bench. I mean, Coco went out to the top of the crease on a slide, just knowing he had that puck. And Marner's tip, just all he could do as he was sliding sideways was like, I mean, there was no reaching for it, sticking your leg out. There's nothing, dude. Just watch it go by. Oh, come in. Nice.
I'll see you.
Yeah. So again, tomorrow, nothing I mean, if we win tonight, nothing really matters. Might come on just to watch the Avalanche and the Kraken just hang out and kind of whatever, you know. That starts at 7, so by that time we'll see what we'll be close to seeing what Anaheim does against Nashville. We'll know, and we'll get at least the first period and the start of the second for the Kings and the Flames and the Canucks and the Oilers. Gotta assume, I mean, Kings and Flames is 50-50 at best. Canucks and the Oilers, if the Canucks beat Edmonton, shit, dude. Whoever they played, they're just gonna have a kick ass on 3 moment. I think it's actually kick ass on 1. The Replacements. Watch that movie. That's a good movie. Keanu Reeves. It's a good one. And then the Avalanche just shit on the Kraken. I mean, I'd like us to get a little more heavy in this one and like really beat them up a bit. Because then Colorado's just going to outskate fucking everybody. But winning is the most important thing at the moment. Vegas out of their own zone. Howden makes the pass up to the high wall, sent behind Coco as Barbashev crashes in. Vegas controls for a moment at the high corner. Howden has it out front, and Coco just lays out flat to knock it away from him. Little too close. In the low corner of the Seattle zone. Seattle's bitching about not getting a call, but there was nothing there, at least that I witnessed. And you can't go calling that if you don't call Eichel. Howden working up the low boards up to the point. He barely gets it past the man in front of him across the blue line to the high board. Shot on target. Coco kicks it away. What's up, Edgar? Yeah, I can't talk. What's up, Edgar? Happy Wednesday, buddy. Hannafin trying to leave it back, and Vegas is able to clear. I'm doing well, brother. How are you doing? Doing a lot better now that we have a lead. 12.5 to go in the third. Gaudreau crosses the blue line, but immediately gets cut down. Eichel takes it back the other way on the high wall into the corner, and he'll send it around to the low boards. Pass up to the low point, across to the high point. Theodore throws it behind the net. Stoney gets there. Eichel's just getting pinned against the boards. Eventually, he breaks free, takes the puck up the low wall across the blue line. McNabb holds it, passes it to Theodore, crashing down. D-men get back. Marner to Eichel up the low wall, back to the point. McNabb throwing it back down into the corner for Marner to chase Stone, trying to get in down low. And it is just a battle in that low corner of the Seattle zone. Good, brother. Good to hear, man. All the way back down. Theodore behind. Hart makes a great pass to Hurdle. Tries to feed Kolasar, but he'll lose it into the high corner of the Seattle zone. Kraken back the other way. From in front of the Vegas bench, dumping it behind Hart into the low corner. Back behind the net, up to the high point, trying to play catch with the man on the high wall. Puck ends up in the corner. Korzak just putting a hard body, dropped him. Kako makes the pass up high to Montour. His stick breaks. Yeah, 10 skaters, 8 sticks. One day I was like, when are you gonna live? I said, yeah, dude, this is a brand new mic. It's the same one, but it's a brand new mic because I just could not get it work. It was Tuesday was a rough day, unfortunately, or Monday. You're right. Was a rough day, and then I had the mic issues, and it wrecked a lot of shit. It was a bad day. One of those where, like, of course, man, but hey, got it replaced. Was going to come back yesterday, but just couldn't really get myself into any of the games. Sisson's trying to make a pass down low. Dude, Seattle is aggressive on Vegas right now, but the Knights keep coming away with the puck inside their zone. Not a whole lot of shots their way. I mean, shots in 1921. Last check in, it was 1920. Sorry, so 9:55 to go in the third. We get an icing on the Knights. Dude, I've started to like Anderson a lot more. I still don't think he was worth White Cloud, but it looks like he's starting to figure some shit out. Ooh, big swing from the blue line, hits hard, but the rebound comes way out front. Seattle controls up to the high boards. Good pressure by Howden. And if in there to help out, but Howden's just kicking ass. Puck eventually comes to the middle. Trying to pass it up front. It gets loose. McNabb's able to find it and backhand it out to neutral. But I feel like Anderson, when we're in the O zone, he's pinching down too much, and a couple of teams are definitely good enough to take advantage. So so far it's been okay, but I just feel like there are teams that cherry pick well enough to where that's going to cost us at some point. But again, I can't bitch about it too much. 9 minutes left in the game. Montour getting hassled by Stone, retreats behind Coco. Vegas just starting to step into people. It's about time. I mean, granted, it's right before playoffs, so it makes sense they finally get a little more aggressive, a little more physical. Eichel with Marner makes the pass. Marner gets shut down by the right pad of Coco. He just could not elevate it enough. What a chance, but Coco has given up too. He has played very well. Pass from the high board, shut down. Eventually, the puck comes through to Marner. He leaves it at the point for Eichel. Back to Marner, trying to backhand it up. Close. Stone trying to follow it up. Marner comes away with it. His pass goes right to the top of the crease, but it's cut off by the Kraken. Right back in goes Eichel. Makes the pass to Anderson. Pass across. Shot and score. Here, let's see it. What a great pass, great shot, Riley Smith. Score for your Golden Knights with his 15th of the season. Number 19, Riley Smith, with an assist from number 4, Rasmus Anderson, and a secondary assist from number 9, Jack Eichel. Everything's closed up. So big goal. Dude, let's lock in first place, dude. Forget what Edmonton does tomorrow. It does not matter. Let's go. Dude, Carter Hart has been big. Noah Hannafin made the save of the game. Like Hart made a good save, but when that puck broke loose in the, I mean, fucking inches from the goal line, Hannafin went in, swatted it out, didn't swat it in the net, didn't whiff. He actually made a good play on it. Our D boys struggle with that from time to time. That is so nasty. 43 losses with 17 overtime losses. Sorry, I went and looked at the standings real quick for some dumb reason, and it just broke my heart. Like, that's so bad. Okay, I don't think Coco made the save on Marner. All right, a couple little cross checks. We're not gonna worry. I mean, remember numbers, guys. Save it for the fall. We'll go getting hurt. Seattle, stop fucking around trying to hurt our guys. Fuck back the other way. Lazon makes a good play. I thought he was beat for sure, but a quick little 180 and swat the puck down on the low boards. Vegas clears. Hudden gets forced backwards. Oh, shit. 7 minutes to go in the third. To the red line, forced back the other way by Dowd. Montour collects and backhands it down. That's an icing on Seattle. 6:46 to go in the third. Shots are 24-21 in favor of the Golden Knights. All right, Seattle wins the face-off to the right of Coco and takes it back the other way quick into the high corner of the Vegas zone, down to the low corner. Up the boards, Everly trying to get it to the point, but he loses it. Howden collects. Backhands it into the high corner for Dorofeyev to chase, but he's beat to the puck. Seattle gets it clear. McNabb back the other way, just far enough for Vegas to get some fresh skates. Pass ahead to the red line. And in goes Seattle. Shot gloved by Carter Hart. And Sissons and some dickhead have a conversation in front of the net. Who is that? 28? Mahura. Oh, and apparently Myers ended up on the ice with no helmet. Your boy started it, bruh. That was a rough haircut, though, man. I'm telling you, if it's looking rough, just shave it. You don't even have to go all the way down, just enough. It's a brutal to accept, but eventually you gotta just crumb the dome. Shout out to Nate Schmidt. 6:06 to go in the third. Okay, shots now are 24-22. They didn't count the last one from Seattle. Vegas up 3-1. From the dot to the right of Hart, puck ends up behind the net. McNabb tracks it down, clears it up the low boards, but it's knocked right back towards the Vegas zone. Seattle sent in the Hart. He'll slow it enough for McNabb to play, but he goes all the way down to the Seattle zone. And with 5:47 to go on the clock, we get a Vegas icing. That's why I will say about Stone, he's always been Mr. on the bench smiling. Like, he jumps higher for when other people score than when he does. Sorry, they were showing Stoney, Eichel, Marner, and Colasar for a while there. Puck comes up through the middle of the ice. Sisson's able to kick it head to Dowd, who feeds Cole Smith on the opposite side of the ice, just kind of getting shoved by Stevenson. He's got no fucking hidden feelings about anybody on the ice. What happened to Aiden Hill? Well, Aiden Hill sucks cock at the moment, so he's not here. Now, Carter Hart's the better goalie, so back in the other way goes Eichel out to the point. Anderson back to Eichel towards the net, tipped wide by Stoney. It's funny, I can't see Stone's number. I couldn't see Stone's number right there, but he started skating, and it's like, oh, yeah, no, that's Mark Stone. One of the most recognizable skating patterns in the world. Surprised the Blackhawks won today. I bet against them, and I lost. That sucks. Against San Jose, it's not the biggest surprise, but it's a little surprising. I will admit that. Seattle trying to work the puck across. 420 blaze it. And Vegas clears back the other way. Montour forced to collect behind Coco. Right up the gut, played across, and there's a step, but Korzak's there to follow up to the high point. Towards the net, fought away by Carter Hart off the back glass. And Korzak flips it high and out, a good little hit. Puck in, but Hurdle, he gets hooked. Delayed penalty coming, Lazon gets it down low. Damn it. Lazon out high. Feeding it to Riley Smith, back to Lazon at the point, down to the high boards. Trying to make a cut, move those Hurdle, and he puts it on target. It's loose, and a follow-up score. What I say about feeling confident in the third period. Now we have 153 goals, and we are 3 ahead of the next close of Carolina with third period goals. Gotta wait for the assist to pop up. Okay, scoring for your Golden Knights with his 16th of the season and his second of the game, number 19, Riley Smith. Howden leaves it back for Barbashev. It comes right back to him, trying to get out front, and it comes back out to New. I gotta go get my high five. Hang on. Let's go. Cole Smith collects on the high low dot in the Seattle zone. Battle for it in the low corner without Sissons. Getting some help from Cole Smith, but the puck clears the blue line back the other way. And Dowd's able to dump it in for Sissons to chase. Puck around behind Coco into the high corner. and out through neutral. Let's not start some bullshit here when we got a minute 35 to go and you're down by 3. Come on, Seattle, don't do that. It's our last game. I know you got Colorado tomorrow, and that's going to suck for you guys, but don't do that shit. Coco plays it into the low corner, and Colasar's just there to give them hell. Back up, out through neutral, and all the way down to the high corner. Lazan trying to feed it up the wall, and it is taken back the other way. Riley Smith hits the red line, dumps it in towards the high boards, and Vegas establishes. From the low point, I cannot see a number. I think that's Hannafin. Goes behind the net. There's 53 seconds on the clock. That's your Capital One. 1 minute left. Turnover as Seattle comes out through neutral, dumping it behind Hart. Holy hell, this went straight to shit, but there you go. Barbashev will circle back to his own lone dot. Pass all the way across, 25 seconds. Wrapped all the way behind the net, brought out high. Vegas is still foot on the gas pedal, and I love it. Shot from top of the high circle, knocked away. 10 seconds left. Lazan dumps it around. And Howden just keeps it alive in the zone, gets it up to the boards, and that is it. Where is it? Let's go. The boys did it. We are officially the tallest pile in the shit stack. But we won the division. Somehow, some way, we won the division. Going to Benny's tomorrow for some beer? Nice. You're nice. I got a couple of cold Voodoo Rangers in the fridge. I was planning on having them tonight, but see what my boy's doing real quick, because that might change things. I'm sure he ain't doing nothing. But that's that, man. First team in NHL history to win 20 home games in each of first 9 seasons. The new Angry Orchard, right on. I'm a big time IPA guy. Like, my favorite by far is Stone IPA, but these Voodoo Rangers are good and they're cheap. But then like stuff like Lagunitas and Sierra Nevadas. There's some Dogfish. There's a Dogfish Head IPA, 805. Like, and it's funny. I definitely prefer IPAs. Like, I like the strong flavor, but I also like only needing 2 beers. And there's the text from the Golden Knights. But you also only need 2 beers, and you got a nice, smooth little buzz going. But it's my buddy. He when he came back from Japan, he was just buying Sakura. I think that's what it's called. Just Japanese beer, and we were slant, dude. Those were water. After drinking, because I was at that time, I was drinking bourbon and pretty much nothing else. And then he came home with a bunch of Japanese beer. And dude, we were just burning through that shit. So Carter Hart gets his 7th straight win. Riley Smith with 2 goals and assist, and Marner. But Carter Hart getting the first star, Riley Smith getting the first star. Because I swear the list went Hart, Riley Smith, Mitch Marner, but okay, so Marner got 3rd, Hart got 2nd, and are they gonna give? Yep, Riley Smith got first start. Lagunitas IPA with the dog. Actually, you know what? It's been so long since I've had it. I don't know. Oh, sorry. Oh, no. Whoops. Yep, no, that's bad luck. I've done that a few times though. Yes. 100%. That's the one with the dog, Edgar. I had to double check because I seriously, it's been so long since I've had Lagunitas, but that's some good shit. I like Lagunitas. But that's it, man. That's gonna wrap it up. Vegas is number one in the division. We'll see who we play tomorrow. Again, I expect Edmonton to win. That's the one team that we won't play. Like, no matter what. So we either play Anaheim, LA, or Utah. But okay, I gotta figure this out. There's a way if Edmonton finds a way to lose to Vancouver, and then LA and Anaheim win their games, that could actually end up with Edmonton being the wild card, which would be so fucking funny. Be worth every second of it. But all right, I'll check in tomorrow. I am just worn out, man. I'm happy we won, but it's getting hot in here. So go talk hockey with my pops before bed, and I will see you guys tomorrow, maybe. If not tomorrow, Saturday, all day, right here. So thanks for hanging out with me, Edgar. Good night. You too, buddy. Good night.